Hello and welcome back for another 50 States of Food cooking video. Today we're going to be visiting the Pelican state of Louisiana, which was named for the King of France, King Louis XIV, and became the 18th state admitted into the Union on April 30th, 1812. One of the things I think of and really love about Louisiana cooking is it's such an amalgamation of different cultures that came together and formed what we commonly call Cajun cooking. Honestly, there were a plethora of recipes I could have chosen for the state of Louisiana, from gumbo to etouffee, po' boys, jambalaya, or even beignets, but ultimately I decided to settle on the Muffuletta. With Mardi Gras being tomorrow and it being centered in New Orleans, what better way than to make a New Orleans classic? Brought over by Italian immigrants over 100 years ago, this recipe has basically stayed the same ever since. The ingredients for this recipe are a round loaf of Italian bread, 4 ounces of Swiss cheese, 4 ounces of provolone, 4 ounces of an imported ham, 4 ounces of mortadella, and I've got 8 ounces of Genoa salami, and we'll also need some of this Italian olive salad. See, the first thing we're going to do is I'm actually going to move some of this stuff out of my way and get my olive salad opened up. And then I've already cut my bread in half, and I'm going to start by taking some of the oil from the jar and spreading it all over the bottom loaf of my bread, or the bottom piece of my bread. It's not a loaf, is it? It's only half of it. Now that I have the bottom of my loaf covered with that seasoned olive oil, I'm going to go ahead and start laying my ham slices down. Alright, there we go. And the next thing I'm going to add is a layer of my salami. After the salami, I'm going to layer on my Swiss cheese. And just put this in here the best that you can, kind of like, I like to do it in a circle. And then throw one of them right in the middle. And then next I'm going to top it the same way with my provolone cheese. Next up is our mortadella, followed by one final layer of our Genoa salami. The next thing I did, and because I'm going to be wrapping the sandwich up really tightly in plastic wrap and letting it sit up in the refrigerator so all the flavors of the sandwich can kind of marry together for a couple of hours, I've gone ahead and put the top of it on a cookie sheet that's lined with saran wrap before I start adding my olive salad to the top. Once you get your olive salad on, go ahead and flip the sandwich upside down, and we're going to press it down into that olive salad before I start wrapping it. As I'm wrapping this up, I really am pressing down on this sandwich. I want this as tight as I can possibly get it. So now that I'm happy with the amount of saran wrap I have on here, I'm going to stick a cast iron skillet on top of this and pop it into the refrigerator for about 2 hours. Now you certainly could eat this right now if you wanted to, but I really think the longer this has to sit and kind of let those flavors marry and mingle together, the better this sandwich is going to be. Or if you're looking for a hot sandwich, you could certainly throw this into the oven for about 10 minutes just to allow that meat to warm up and the cheeses to start melting, and enjoy it that way. Alright guys, well, I'll be back in a couple hours and we'll find out how this thing turned out. It's been a couple of hours and I've gone ahead and removed the muffuletta from the refrigerator, unwrapped it, and got it all sliced up. This is easily going to feed 4 to 6 people, just depending on how hungry they are. So let's go in, give it a taste, and see what we think about it. Though, this thing is huge. I don't know if I can get my mouth around this. I honestly don't think I have the words to describe just how delicious this sandwich is. It's easy to see why it's been around for over 100 years. But that is going to be it for me for the day. Remember to go and check out Pixel Gamer Girl's channel this coming Sunday, where she's going to be visiting the great state of Montana. And I can't wait to see what she's got kicking up for that. If you guys have enjoyed this video, leave me a comment down below. If you guys tried this recipe out, let me know how it turns out for you. And as always, thank you all so very much for joining me today. I've been Vault Girl. I hope you guys have enjoyed, And I hope I'll see you in the next one.